Okay. We've identified positive and negative integers. The next thing, I want you to think of what are some real life examples of number lines. You can't use thermometer because it's really okay? Write them on that line. What are some real life examples of number lines? There's a bunch of them. You just got to think creatively. All right, does anyone have any examples of a number line? Lily?
A triple beam balance.
A triple beam balance. Good. Tom?
A ruler.
A ruler. Jacob?
Football field.
A football field. Rylan? A graduated cylinder. Good. Some of those might just have a number line that is positive, but they still are number lines, right? Okay. What I want you to do is go from the paper over to the back. All right, so you are going to have 5 different stations. It's not on the paper you have. I have the 5 stations over here. Okay, I'll explain what you're doing in each station here in a minute. But whenever you are done with a station, you'll have around 10 to 12 minutes per station. If you finish the station, first thing you'll do is complete unfinished work from a station that you have already attended. So the first station, if you finish it and time is not up yet, you don't have anything to do. So you go to step number 2. Work on your integer project activity. Okay, that's what I'm about to explain here in a minute. If you have unfinished work, and that's all done, your integer project is done, then you can play integer war. Let's go ahead and talk about your integer project. We have 5 different options here for you to complete a project. With COVID, it's hard for us to be creative like every day. So this is an opportunity for you to be creative. So try not to be very bland. Try to think of something unique, something you have the opportunity to do something different here. Okay? So take that opportunity. The first one, write a short story that involves integers. Okay? You need to use positive, negative, and 0 integers to represent in your story. If you are a language arts person, you like to write and read, hey, this is a good option for you. Come up with a story. You would type this up in a Google Doc and then share it with me when it is due. Option 2, you can make a timeline of your life. Okay, your date of birth would be 0. Positive numbers when you are alive or have been alive. Negatives would represent before you were born. Okay? If you choose -2 and 2, you have to make a relationship in between both of them. Maybe 2 years before you were born, you had a sibling born. And 2 years after you were born, you had a sibling born. What's the relationship? Siblings were born. Your family got bigger. Right? That could be an example. Come up with a relationship that connects the two. It might deal with sports. The city of Cincinnati won a playoff game this year and this year. They're both 2 years away from birthday. All right. You can create a poster board with examples of vertical and horizontal number lines. I'm okay if you do this on a Google Doc and find pictures online and make a collage of different number lines. Okay. Or you can do it on poster board. Number 4, and I highly encourage this one because it's fun. Okay? And that's make a poem, a story, or a rap. Okay? To do those, you have to type them up. Give me a hard copy or a document shared with me. Okay? And then I highly, highly, highly encourage you to rap it if you rap it. Okay? I want to see your skills. Okay? Again, have a little fun with it. encourage you to do something maybe outside your box. If you want me to share it with the class, you have opportunity to do that, I will do that. And number 5 is to create a puzzle or a maze where the clues are integers. You can think of a board game in this. Okay, you roll a die or dice, and it determines where you go. Those are integers. Okay. I had someone do a flip grid before. Flip grid's like you gotta take a picture and a bunch of different pictures, right, and tell a story. That's a flip grid, right? Stop motion. That's what it is. Yes. I had someone make a stop motion video. It was really cool.
You know how to. How to.
If you have an idea for something, share it with me later. Okay? Yes. If you, those are 5 options. If you have one that you want to come up with to represent integers, you just have to let me know, and I will approve it. What I want you to do, take the next minute or 2, read through these, and see if you have any questions, because I briefly talked about it. All right. Anyone have any questions on maybe what type of project you could do? The directions are not clear enough for you. Aiden. Great question. When is it due? I do not have a specific due date because I don't want to set it and then I have not given you enough time to complete it. Okay? It's going to be due sometime next week though. So maybe like next week, Wednesday or Thursday. With that, we will be having our next test most likely next Wednesday. You should plan for that. We are done with chapters 8 and 9. Okay, so sometime next week would be the project. Your test is planned for Wednesday. Patrick.
Where do we turn it in when we're finished?
To me. Whether that's a document or it's a piece of paper, before you turn it in, just make sure you confirm it with me. Okay. Patty. Yes, you can make it work. Absolutely. Jacob. You make a Kahoot. No. Okay. We'll have different opportunities to make Kahoots later on. I don't want everyone just to do it. Ben.
How many days do you think we'll do it in?
Good question. So you have, if you finish your station, then you can work on it. Monday, we should have all stations done. So Monday should be an opportunity for you to finish your stations and work on your project. Okay. But I would not just say, if it's due, let's say, it's probably going to be due Wednesday or Thursday, so let's just say Thursday. If you save it until Wednesday night and you have a whole project to do, is that a good idea? No. Also, if you have your test on Wednesday, do you want to be doing your project the day before your test? No. Okay, so spread it out little by little. Jason. Yep. You have to complete one of these 5. Okay, your homework today is to finish the 2 stations that you're going to go to. Okay, not to do the project. Okay. Then if you're done with the stations and your project, then you play integer war. All right, I'm going to break you up into groups now, and you're going to go ahead and get started on your stations. All right, some additional information for just the online learners. That would be that posted today, which is the 29th, which is a Thursday, you should be completing stations A and station B. Okay. On Friday at 2:30, you'll be C and D will be posted to you. Then on Monday, you will receive E. If you are coming back into in class, when you come back on Monday, you'll just work on station C. I'm sorry. You'll be working on station E. When doing these stations, make sure you continue to work a little bit on your projects, little by little, so that the last day before it's due, it's not complete all stations and the project. The most likely that when this will all be due is probably on next week, Wednesday or Thursday. But we will give a final date to you tomorrow. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Have a wonderful day.